Hey y'all, hey! What's happening? What's good? What it be like? How you doing? Hello. Hola. Buongiorno. Ciao bella. Hi y'all. Thanks for coming to LRGA Curves today. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Go ahead and ring the bell so you can get notified when I upload videos and so you can become part of the beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in the YouTube streets. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Now, it's been a minute since my last confession. So, all I know is no, it hasn't. See, that would have had to been part of the confession because I was just on here earlier. Was it earlier? No, I just posted today. I was live yesterday though. But it wasn't about this. Um Wonderful Bianca Mod, thanks for being here. Yes, happy Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. You guys know it's my birthday week. My birthday is Friday the 17th of January. And we're not doing ages up anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm picking an age and nestling there. I'm convinced that's why my mother looks young because there was a decade of 32 and then there was a decade of 36. And my mom looks so freaking young because she didn't cave into the numbers. That's my belief anyway. So I'm like, well, I might be late to the game, but it's never too late to participate. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you guys, I hope you had a fabulous Tuesday of 2025. I hope you did because you deserve a fabulous Tuesday. And you know what Married to Medicine deserves is for Phaedra to go ahead and just exit stage left already. I mean, really, girl? Really, girl? Okay. We're going to have to talk about some things. We're going to have to talk about them. And then, did you guys see Dr. Heavenly's live today? She went live on her YouTube channel. You guys should definitely check it out. Go over there and smash her button. She'll be in the house tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow live to take our questions. And I do have a couple of questions for her. And well, more than a couple. And so I hope you guys can come through and be sure you ring the bell for that. You guys, how did you like this episode of Married to Medicine? You feel like the girlies are giving us what we need? I do. I feel like they're putting on a good show. And some of them, it's more show than reality, isn't it? I mean, come on already. There are literally cameras. Like we literally just saw what we saw, right? So, and what I saw is on their way to Heavenly's lake house where her son lives and goes to dentistry school from as a young man in these American streets. And he is making his way in the world today, takes everything he's got. Taking a break from all his worries sure could help a lot, right? So it's nice that he has a freaking lake house. Who you know that his age with a lake house, first off. And I thought it was really cute when they were doing the boat scenes. If you follow Dr. Heavenly's Insta, then you may have seen sometimes where, oh, right on. You can be on Phaedra's side. No problem. Um, and sometimes she would post lives during the summer when it's like lake season of them out there. So yes, thanks for being here, lovable Lisa. I haven't seen you in a while. Happy New Year, girl. Linnell Seller, thank you for being here. Yes, and for anybody in the Bouchas, thank you for being here. Yeah. So these comments are saying, how you doing, Bianca? Yes, on this beautiful Tuesday. Yes. I'm sorry, Curves, I'm on Phaedra's side. And yes, I do believe Dr. Heavenly do go to Churchill First Baptist. Yeah, that's really interesting. That's so interesting. I'm so glad. Oh, I have somebody to play with tonight, Lisa. I'm so glad. I wish you could call in. Darn, I didn't go on StreamYard. But let's put it in the comments, girl, because I love it that I love you, but we don't have to agree on these because we can just go straight to it. I don't even have to do a whole recap over here on Larger Curves. I just say what pointed out to me and how I feel about it. And what struck me the most this season was the get back from Miss Phaedra Parks over here on the far right of our screens. That's Miss Phaedra Parks. And over here on the far left of the screen, we have the one and only Dr. Heavenly. And then we have Dr. Jackie in the middle. Okay? So in this episode, I did notice the get back off top. First off, Phaedra was already being hella shady towards Dr. Heavenly. And anybody who's been watching over here on Larger Curves for the past couple of Married to Medicine do-overs, I've shown the footage of Phaedra in real time being the hostess of a Your Mama situation wherein Heavenly was the victim and Sweet Tea was the villain. And her and Toya sat there and laughed their asses off. Laughed and 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 laughed. And that's why I feel like it's acting right now. Because if you laughed at that in real life, like that happened in real time, they didn't have to reset the scene, they didn't have to separate, it was nothing. Like that was like in real time, we saw it, I played it, I slowed it down, we went back, we saw who started it first, we saw, okay? And it was all Sweet Tea. And yeah, so there's that. So for this episode, to have Phaedra's shady rehearsed reads in her thing, I really don't think her reads are off top because she's so quiet. I don't know. Does she really like bite back right then or does she bite back later? That's no matter. They can sting and everything, but I feel like for her to sit in the confessional and be like, Heavenly, this is a mean girl, and all the other ladies put her up to it. Okay, Phaedra. Okay. Maybe the fact is and remains why Heavenly is the MVP of Married to Medicine is because she actually will tell the truth when the truth needs to be told consistently. Phaedra's a liar. Phaedra's a bona fide liar. I'm not sure why people are on Phaedra's side. Like she's leaving this show the way she left Traitors, a liar. The way she left Real Housewives of Atlanta, a liar. And practically how she left Dances with the Stars as a liar, talking about she resuscitated the best show on Bravo. Did she say she revived it or resuscitated it? It was one of the R's. Lies. Always leaving as a liar. And people are like, oh my God, I love it so much. Oh my God, she is the best thing since sliced bread. She's the best thing. I love my bread to be lying down on the plate. Therefore, I love liars. And that's why I love Phaedra, because she lies. And the reason I hate Dr. Heavenly is because she's witty. She can say it to you right then. And it's the truth. And therefore, I hate Dr. Heavenly because she's so mean with her truth. Oh my God, she's so mean with her truth. Oh my God. And then yet on other franchises, sometimes you'll get somebody who will dig their heels in and you're like, oh, I'm so glad they didn't apologize because they didn't need to apologize. Dr. Heavenly and Quad pretty much are the only ones always apologizing. Everybody else can do a half-ass apology, and then when they get asked about it, they have to get talked into a real apology. At least Dr. Heavenly gave us an apology. At least she does. Where's Sweet Tea's apology towards Dr. Heavenly? What about that? So there's that. Oh, I didn't think it was sincere. Well, that's the only one you're getting. Until I get mine, then I think it's sincere. That's pretty much it. Who is she to dictate the level of sincerity to which an apology is given to like this level of BS? You know? Ooh, brown stewed chicken and rice and peas and cabbage. Oh my gosh. Husband made a fabulous cabbage pepper like stir fry. And then he made ground beef tostadas. So yeah, they fired her from the show because she's a liar. Because she lied on Candy and said that Candy had a dungeon there where she wanted to take Portia and do stuff to her against her will. You don't remember that? And then she got fired from the show. She left a liar. I don't mean left as in of her own accord. I mean as in left as in not on the show anymore. You know what I mean? Cocktails with, yeah. So I don't know. I'm just feeling like I think I might need to change my freaking thing back. I was getting more people in here before. It's interesting. But it's so weird to me that, hey Monique, thanks for coming through. It's so weird to me that we all are watching the same show and we all have these very different perspectives. It's not weird. It's interesting. It's fascinating. It's fabulous. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because if we all thought the same thing, it would be boring. Yet I still am even more fascinated that we can all watch the same show and people on the side of, like, let's say Contessa and this whole your mama, not even your mama, your husband's abusive. The only one continuing to bring that up, the only one who came back 3 years later with the same stinking dead horse, that's what's reviving. That's what Phaedra's reviving, obviously, is the dead horse. Because to come back and ask that question and then be mad at the answer is just too much. Like, I'm like, really? You didn't see that? Like, she literally asked a question and got answered. So, but if Heavenly would have changed her mind, then that would have been, oh, Heavenly just flip-flops and whenever somebody comes down on her, then they change their mind. Because remember, that happened when she finally started getting her foot off of Toya's neck. Because remember, she used to play with Toya all the time. And then everybody was like, oh, you're so mean to her. You're so mean to her. So then she eased up off of Toya. And everybody was like, oh my God, Heavenly just does whatever the fans say. Oh my God. It was just so weird to me, you know? But when the ladies sit down, and I guess they had those sheets behind them so the people couldn't like come be looky-loos maybe. When they were sitting on the patio right there. And Phaedra popped off about, I'm not going to let bitches like you. Nah, nah, nah. I was like, oh, just that right there already told me she wasn't going to do what she said. Like, that was like a lot of extra energy. And I felt like Phaedra's attitude, the way there and while she was there, and that whole, I felt like you guys, I'm doing my neck. I'm doing my neck. You know the way we do our neck? That was Phaedra as soon as she got there. Because her alliance wasn't there to back her up. So she was needing to put off that she's mad to be in the scene without him. That's what I was getting. Because why you mad, girl? Why you mad? And so bitches like you, like doctors, really? So you'd rather hang out with the government worker and the one doctor instead of like 4 doctors, and the 4 doctors are all bitches, all of them, really? When you're the one that said, oh, I could put on a fabulous event. Remember last week she left us talking about, oh, I could put on a fabulous event. That's why Jackie knew to ask me because I have all the connections. And then she dropped the ball. And then she got super defensive. And instead of just be like, oh, you know what? I dropped the ball. My prayer cloth was caught on fire. Instead of like just address it, she then brings up what Dr. Jackie went through last year. And then Bravo played it back. The 8th housewife played it back. I was like, really, bitch? Really, ho? Really? So this is just because Dr. Jackie is trying to clean up her image from last year. But the truth of the Med Gala is that Mariah, I believe, was the inceptor of it. Like was supposed to happen for a long time, and they finally got to it. You know what I mean? And so I feel like Phaedra bringing that up after suggesting that Contessa physically assault Dr. Heavenly is all the more reason for her to be off the show, because she's not a girl's girl. She's definitely all Trader Emmy material, right? The faker, the better. The more knives she can put in you, the better. The more she can put you under a bus, the better. The more she can make you look bad. So she looks good, but she's not good. She's not good. She didn't have the connections. She didn't have what it took. She was all talk, no show. We saw it. So to get back to Dr. Jackie is, oh, you're just trying to clean up your image and bring that all up again, that whole thing. Why not look, you don't even want to be questioned about Apollo or the reason you were fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta for the last 5-6 years. Fake Phaedra. But you have the audacity to sit here and throw that around on Dr. Jackie? Really, bitch? That's how I know you foul. That's a very foul behavior. We still have no idea from you. At least Dr. Jackie gave us a crying video about why she was sad about it and how she didn't mean what she said. And I was in the live when she did it. And I too did not feel any kind of way when she said it. And I guess a whole lot of people didn't feel any kind of way when she said it because it didn't go viral until it got brought up on the show. So much time later. And you know how much stuff goes viral from Dr. Heavenly's channel, even back then. That stuff didn't go immediately viral. Yeah. It was resurfaced. Remember? Everybody was saying it was resurfaced footage. Resurfaced footage of Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel with Dr. Jackie showed that blah. It was not in real time. And even from that, Dr. Jackie was woman enough. I don't care what y'all say, because that was resurfaced. It had happened previously. It got brought up on a national level. She clarified it, contextualized it for those people who needed it, apologized profusely, and asked to let her work continue to speak for itself because she's been an upstanding member of freaking Black society forever, helping bring life into this world. And anybody who would want to let one live with Heavenly, where she finally let her hair down and said things in a very nonchalant way. We get a lot of like straight back from Jackie. I love Jackie. We get a lot of straight back from her. And she finally let her hair down, and she was almost even slouching. She was easy. She was having a nice little conversation with the people that in the front that felt like listening. And maybe the people in the back, by the time their ears were able to hear the whoop, 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 whoop from the stage in the front where they couldn't get the right tickets, I guess, in their mind, they're like, oh, we heard her say this, this, and this about Black women. Really? But what does her work say? How many lives has she brought in the world? What about that? How many of those? But oh no, everybody has their magnifying glass out on that. Well, if we got the magnifying glass out on that, Phaedra Parks, if we doing magnifying glasses, bitch, then why did you get kicked off the Real Housewives of Atlanta the first time? What about that? Where's your crying video? Contextualizing the fact that why you got kicked off some stuff, Miss Phaedra Parks. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And that fact that you would want to bring that up about Jackie makes me feel like you were just trying to get back at her because you didn't fulfill your whole, oh, we could get 100,000. Oh yeah, girl, I got that right now. Let me call this person. That person did not answer your call on camera. We saw it. That was the first little chink right there. And then you was like, oh, don't worry about it. I got it. And then you didn't return her calls to the point where she had to call Dr. Heavenly, who was already willing to help and wondering why she hadn't been called in the first place, as we see in the super trailer for next week, in the super preview for next week, rather. We see it. The one thing with Phaedra I noticed, she loves to be front and center. Phaedra's she's a person about position. She's definitely a person about position. Last season, she gave nothing to Married to Medicine except for smirks and fabulous wigs. And I believe rehearsed one-liners in confessionals because she didn't talk like in real time in scenes. It was all one-liners in confessionals with a fabulous wig and all dolled up. So she likes to be seen. She likes to be front and center, right? And that's even evident in like where she placed herself in like the freaking cast photo and stuff. She said nothing, but she wanted to be in the middle of the picture. Did you guys notice that? And then at the freaking charity event, she did nothing and she hopped her ass right up on the middle of that stage and made sure to wear a freaking quinceañera dress that had a big enough bell on the bottom that she was the only one that could be at the microphone at a time, even though she knew she was supposed to be doing some shit. Because she likes to be front and center. She likes the appearance that she's in charge and running shit. You know, she brought up, that Little Lake house, talking about Dr. Heavenly's son's house. And I think that house might be bigger than the house that we see you in with your family, Phaedra. I mean, as far as land-wise, I don't know. Because it looks like your lot is a little small. And that's the other thing. Like, why are you trying to shade that, you know? But that's just another thing about her position and her, where she wants to be in position to other people. As far as the appearance of, or why call that little anything? Why did you even talk about it? You know what I mean? And then her get back at Heavenly for calling her out for dropping the ball for the Med Gala that she said she was going to have all the connections for. That was to go over to Sweet Tea and be like, oh, she's in the Church of Hell. She's a mean girl. She likes being the mouthpiece. They get Heavenly to just be a mean girl. Really, Phaedra? I think that you're far meaner than Dr. Heavenly. Yeah. I do think you're far meaner than Dr. Heavenly. Actually, darling. Yeah. Because Dr. Heavenly tells us the truth. You lie, gaslight, feign ignorance. You literally tried to get Quad kicked off the show. And even Dr. Heavenly was like, they just be making you sit with anybody because uh, Quad and Phaedra weren't even messing with each other for her to be in the car with them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then when she didn't get sold for $4,000, we already saw in the super preview, the man wanted his money back. Oh my gosh, Allie from Miami, thank you so much. Right on. Can I pin this? Right on. Thank you. Love you. Right on. So it's just interesting to me that it still remains that Dr. Heavenly's truth, regardless of delivery, that people would rather hear a bunch of lies and fawn over a bunch of liars instead of be around a real person that tells the truth. Is just so interesting. So let's see what the comments are saying, because I almost missed that super sticker from freaking oh, it's not letting me scroll. Oh, here, use the bar on the side, LRGA. Okay, so where are we doing? Monique King is doing pretty good. Allie from Miami says Contessa and Sweet Tea was barely in the episode and wasn't missed. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they are not doing themselves a service by coming onto an ensemble cast, throwing rocks at one of the main people who's been like a main backbone of the show, regardless of how you feel about it. And then for her to come with her 3-year-old question, though, Allie, can I get a comment on that? How do you guys feel in the chat about Contessa and her dead horse from 3 years ago? You think my husband cheated? You think my husband cheated? And then gonna act like, oh, Dr. Heavenly can't stop talking about you cheating. Bitch, you asked a question repeatedly. You're the only one that keeps bringing it up. The 8th housewife just showed us. You guys know the 8th housewife is the camera. Just like the 8th housewife did a flashback to the freaking Dr. Heavenly Jackie scene. Yeah. That's the 8th housewife right there. Where she'll bring the flashback back for you. So that's what I need to know. How y'all feel about that? Because if you feel no way about that, then no wonder you're on Contessa's side. Because others of us believe that she should have worked that out in some kind of freaking therapy session by now and came back with a fresh new, aha, I'm unbothered by you bitches kind of attitude instead of all this, oh my God. Or if it's traumatizing you so much from coming back to the show, then this isn't the place for you, darling. It's not the place. Because you're the only one bringing it up. Well, you and the 8th housewife. Because they did show the scenes back when Scott went on that stage. They did. Also, why she keep talking about Contessa marriage? Why won't we talk about her marriage? Legally, children that Dr. Damon has out of that, and that's ridiculous. See, you're so willing to just like repeat nonsense and lies. Nonsense and lies. She's not talking about Contessa's marriage. Contessa is talking about Contessa's marriage. She's asking questions from 3 years ago about her marriage. I told y'all how I'm starting to think it's a cry for help. Why are you coming back so emotional about this, girl? You in danger, girl? You still feel like leaving this fool? And so now you need all this ruckus and friction in your relationship, and now you're going to use Dr. Heavenly as the reason he didn't come to the Med Gala because Dr. Heavenly can't stop talking about our marriage. Bitch, you're confused. That's why I said therapy. Therapy. So you can get unconfused because you're the one bringing it up. Can you imagine arguing with a bitch like that? Like she's the one that just brought it up, and now you're arguing about what she brought up, but she doesn't remember bringing the shit up. Have you ever argued with somebody like that? I have. That shit is tiring. You end up arguing about some shit they brought up, and then they're mad at you, and they're telling you that you brought the shit up, and that you're the one to keep on talking about it. And you're like, no, bitch, you're the one that brought it up, and I'm just answering you. Ooh. Ooh. Crazy. She does not keep talking about Contessa's shit. You see, she's not even in the scene with them. She answered a question on her live. If you were in the live, not hating on Dr. Heavenly for everything she said, then you would have heard that that was a defensive statement in defense of Contessa and Scott's relationship. She did not say physically, but she did address what the eighth house wife can play back. She did address that, and she has a right to address that because they brought it up on camera. Therefore, it gets to be talked about. You guys keep wanting to bring shit up about Dr. Heavenly that's not even on camera. So it makes it a moot point. You're right. She already told us her marriage is not for sale. Not for sale. Nope, not selling. Nope, not selling. And if you're in LA, tell your friends not to sell. Don't sign shit. Don't sign shit. Don't sell. Okay? And the marriage is not for sale. You see what happens to for sale marriages. So when you got that real love, I'm talking about that real love. When you got that, this shit's not for sale. It's not just like you got making booty calls and married with a ring on. This shit's not for sale. Okay? So I don't know why people are always like, she made it clear from the season that she came on that her marriage isn't for sale, yet people keep wanting her to try to sell her marriage for our entertainment to some haters. You already hate on the most excellent one on the show. So you want her to then sell her marriage to some haters at a discount price for hate so that you can pick it apart and decide that that's still not good enough. Do you deserve for her to share it with us? I don't think so. I don't think we deserve it. So for what? So we can tear that one up too? That's what the fame whore, when you let the fame into your marriage in the wrong way, that shit'll eat it up and spit it out. We've seen it on all the franchises. How many marriages have succumbed to the reality curse? Even on this show, we've saved marriages that were almost there because they allowed the cameras into their marriage in a way where it's been described that you finally see yourself. And then you get these comments and you're like, well, maybe that is. There's a whole psychology around it, around remaining in control of what matters most to you. And for people who like to be married, that shit's not for sale. And then what about her marriage, legal children that Dr. Damon doesn't have any children out of wedlock. Like she said in her Patreon, if there's the name Kimes on the birth certificate, that means he had to be present to have it signed. So the statement Contessa made Don't let me say nothing about the letter without letting my card on or whatever. Bullshit. And if she's a grandma, then maybe we'll find that out later. Maybe her son has a secret baby or something, but it's not Dr. Damon. Has out of wedlock. Okay. But look who the source is. It was Portia who says that Phaedra said that. But Phaedra ended up apologizing on that couch, which, I was over at AT Alien's house last night and she replayed the clip that led up to the finding out that Phaedra lied that year. And when Phaedra was going back and forth with Kenya about who's dating what, I guess. And she had called Kenya had called Phaedra a ficoho. And Phaedra said something about, at least I'm not in the Dubai date book. And there's this Dubai date book where it lists women who, like, these million billionaires can date, because in Dubai, they're very, conservative. And so some of the women won't even do what they're willing to have done. So, like, they have this date book allegedly. And allegedly Kenya's in that book. But I was like, well, she did just say that and then get kicked off the show for lying, right? The lie that she told got found out like right after. But she did allege that Kenya's in this date book. And those of you who follow Kenmore might have seen her in Dubai recently. Interesting. With an alleged pimp, you guys. That Quirozo guy, that it's I don't think he's trans. Quirozo is a known pimp, and she was with Quirozo. And I was like, well, was Brooklyn with her? Because maybe she was just getting more footage for the next book, because she just wrote that book with her daughter about Brooklyn Goes to Paris, right? And I was like, well, maybe the next one is Brooklyn Goes to Dubai. Nope. Brooklyn's been at home with the babysitter, allegedly. So, yeah. But she's in Dubai right now with a known pimp, you guys. Look at the feed, look at the feed. And then she had been with the same pimp in London when she had went to go visit and tried to catch up with Nene, I believe that's when it was. Yes. So why are you hanging out with known pimps? That's kind of weird. Isn't that kind of weird? Yeah. Anyway, so Portia says that Phaedra said that. Actually, everybody said it. I think so. You believe that Dr. Heavenly, who everybody thinks got Sweet Tea drunk to tell the truth, would just tell Sweet Tea, oh, I think Dr. Damon cheated on me? You really think that? I don't know why you would think that. Who said that Phaedra lied? Oh, I already said that. Hit the Monique King. How you doing, my homegirl? Happy New Year. I'm doing pretty good. Happy New Year to you. That's what I'm talking about, Curves. It's okay for Dr. Heavenly and the other girl to bring up somebody else's stuff when somebody else is bringing up their stuff. It's wrong. So are you talking about when I was saying about how when she was answering a question? Is that what that's about? Because the question was still about what happened on the show. So she didn't bring it up. Somebody questioned what they saw on the show. And so Dr. Heavenly's marriage is not on the show. So when they bring it up, yes, it's wrong. Well, at least it's off limits. You won't get very far. It's not wrong or right. I don't think it's a wrong or right here or there. It's not going to happen. You're not going to get what you want. This is like the very wrong tree. I hope Phaedra cashed that check. And for her to write it out, we got some tea. I was going to share with you guys. I'll share you guys some extra Patreon news that I got today from Dr. Heavenly. Not only Okay, never mind. No, that's going ahead of the episode. Maybe she'll tell us tomorrow when she's here for our interview at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Dr. Heavenly will be in the house. But you guys know I always go hard for Dr. Heavenly. And because I just don't see what you guys see. I'm just like, literally, she just told the truth. When she said your mama, yeah, she knew Contessa's mama was dead. But I feel like that's her go-to statement when somebody challenges her intelligence, especially if you guys notice in the flashbacks, it seems the quickest thing she says when somebody says she's stupid is your mama. Like that's always been her go-to over the years. And in that moment, Contessa had said, "You're dumb," and she said, "Your mama's dumb." Remember, so it was that knee jerk reaction, and she already said it was wrong. But did Sweet Tea ever apologize to Dr. Heavenly for saying that her mama was in hell and her mom was dead and nobody cared about that? And the same people were present for the thing, and now they're all calling Dr. Heavenly mean, and they're like freaking coddling Sweet Tea. It's so bizarre to me. It's so bizarre that these women are using this as a storyline to portray the good Dr. Heavenly as a mean girl when they have been in two situations and acted completely different. They didn't sit around and be like, "Oh my God, Sweet Tea, Sweet and Sour, Lipton, whatever you feel like calling her, is such a freaking, oh my God, she's such a mean girl. She said Dr. Heavenly's mother was in hell." And then remember the time Toya said that she didn't give a fuck her mom was dead, remember? But nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about it when it happens to Dr. Heavenly. They only care about it when it happens from Dr. Heavenly, which is really interesting. Chef Don Don, thanks for being in the house. Thanks for being in the house. My brother Capricorn. It's my birthday on Friday. Thank you guys. Yep. Not telling you. I'm going to get stuck in a new decade. I haven't really landed on it. By Friday, I'll let you know a number. Yeah. It's not going to be the one I'm in. It's not going to be the current decade. That's for sure. We're not going up any higher. Forget that. Yes. Thanks for being here. Why you got that old pick of face? Exactly. Because she's acting old school. She's acting old. She's acting like that was not a refined situation that we witnessed on the most recent episode. She's more refined in her appearance and speaking and all that now. And she's all like this down her nose and everything, like, oh, she's oh, blah, blah. But yeah, that was some basic shit, Phaedra. That was some basic shit. You dropped the ball. You failed. And because you failed, you had to bring up somebody else's failure to deflect from your mishaps. That's why she gets the old picture. Yes, I can definitely say Dr. Jackie is a wonderful doctor. She has brought beautiful babies into this world, and we thank her for that. Still say she is nice, nasty with herself. She is definitely nice, nasty. I agree. I'm like Phaedra. If Dr. Heavenly want to take over, baby, I don't even not care. Well, you know what? That's the thing. They were supposed to be co-chairs. And by the point Dr. Heavenly got dragged into it, not dragged, by the time she came into it, it was like the freaking week of. It was the week of. It had been like on the show, we saw her sit down with Phaedra, and then some time went by, and then we see her walk through the event space with Dr. Heavenly. And that was like the week of, you guys. They had like a week to get that stuff together because Phaedra dropped the ball and wasn't answering calls. And she told us she wasn't answering calls or texts when she sat down with Dr. Jackie in the first place, promising 100,000. So no, I'm not taking over shit. You promised 100,000 and now you want me to take it over? This is your check to cash, Phaedra. This is the check that your mouth. What do they say? Don't write a check that your ass can't cash. Don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. Did anybody know about that saying? That's hecka old school. Don't let your ass write a check. No, don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. So because she was already feeling like, oh, I'm not going to do it, the people wasn't answering her calls to get, she's like, oh, I can get you 25,000 right now. And that didn't happen. So she just realized she wrote a check that her ass couldn't cash. And then she's going to be like, oh, you can take it over? Bitch, no, you about to finish this. You about to finish all of this. And we just going to have to stomp out the flames later. You about to finish all of this. Please. Please. And that's why she said it too. It was a setup. So then she could be like, oh, well, I tried and I was gonna, and and that was, and then we was gonna get some more fabulous wigs and smirks. That's all we was gonna get from Phaedra. That's her network. Wigs and smirks. Yep. Wigs and smirks. And I'm pretty sure the outfit that she wore to the lake house, she wore on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip when she went and sat down at breakfast that morning. I believe that is the same exact outfit she had on. Okay. Yes, Allie, thank you for supporting. With all those jobs, Phaedra couldn't even come through, right? And she knows everybody. Thank you for supporting my channel. Yes. Phaedra is hating on Heavenly's second lake house while she only has one. That's what I'm saying. Well, she says she has another house, but we ain't never seen it. And like I said, I feel like the actual property of Zachary's house is larger than the property, the land mass of Phaedra's house, because her shit is very crunchy. And it's right up on a street, like literally like right up on a street. Okay, Curves, I hear you. But all those women that on the show want to be in a tough position in today's society. Liars hate the truth. Yep. Curves, all of them lie. Hey, Larja. Hazeline, thanks for coming through. Now, you know I have to disagree. I love it. Disagree. Tell me when Phaedra told us about why she left who's it's called, or what are we disagreeing about? Wait, where are we? What are we disagreeing about? That, which part? I would love it. Happy Tuesday. We are seeing Dr. Damon get out of line, Dr. Heavenly, just like Contessa husband deal with her. I don't think so. Not at all. Contessa's husband does not deal with her the way that Dr. Damon deals with Dr. Heavenly. He does not rush stages. He does not talk about divorce. He's not emotionally abusive. He's not emotionally unavailable. He shows up to the places she needs him to show up. Well, I'm not sure. Seeing Dr. Damon get out of line, Dr. Heavenly, just like Contessa. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Scott is given. Yes, Juan Dixon. Juan Dixon. Does he always have his jacket on when we see him? Is he always just getting there or just leaving? Remember that season before Robin got kicked off on the Real Housewives of Wild Girls Gone Wild? Potomac edition. Because that's what it's reduced to. Mm-hmm. Yes. Juan Dixon vibes. Remember the whole last season, he had his jacket on and he had his keys in his hand and he was either coming in or going out every time. We were like, do you even live here, bro? Do you even live here? But if you really, my friend, you would have said on camera, look, I'm not going to discuss my friend marriage. I'm sorry, Curves. It's not real love if your husband went and got kids out of wedlock. Contessa talk about her marriage and being of old issues because she has no storyline because Scott doesn't even feel like filming with her. Scott doesn't feel like filming with her. And you see she's bringing her daughter to all the scenes. Yep. Because Scott won't even film with her. That's not really Heavenly's fault. because Scott's a whole man with balls. Men go where men want to go. Think about it. We in America, men go where men want to go. But also, I have not been liking the this whole the men get around and talk about Heavenly too. It's very nasty work going on this season. I'm not appreciating it. I'm not appreciating it because it's a whole spinny, spunny thing. Because if Heavenly is wrong, Sweet Tea is wrong. So why aren't they addressing Sweet Tea's wrongness too? Why aren't they sitting around talking about how wrong Sweet Tea is too? Why, when Dr. G is in there whining about Dr. Heavenly again, why don't they turn to him and be like, well, you know, you need to turn your girl down. You need to get her in check. You need to get her in line. Why aren't they saying that to him? Because that's the one that, if anything, that's the wife that can be controlled. The new wife can be controlled. But a wife of 30 years, she's set in jail. She knows how to get around everything. But a new wife, only a year in, you could get her together like that, sir, if you really cared. If you really cared about you would tell her to shut the fuck up because she's met her match. That's what would happen. But no, you just keep letting her talk, and then you act like it's cute, and then you whine. See, the whining is what gives it away, Greg. Dr. G, I'm starting to think it might stand for girl, the way you whine. Because you're doing a lot of whining about what a woman did to another woman when you could tell your woman to shut the fuck up the way you want Damon to tell Dr. Heavenly to shut the fuck up. Why don't you lead by example, bro? Why does Dr. Damon have to be the bigger man? Why does he have Mitch ass Eugene, who I love, by the way? I just thought it was kind of a Mitch move for a man to insert himself between men and be like, well, I think it's just, he's kind of, it's hard for him. And, he just wants you to be the bigger man. Fuck that. You need to be a man, period. And come over here and say what you need to say, because I just saw you at the Freaknik and you didn't have nothing to say. And then when we went to the man's thing, I told you to keep my wife's name out your mouth, Dr. G. Weiner, Mr. Sensitive. I told you to keep her name out your mouth. And here we are again. But I need to be the bigger person. But you're the psychiatrist, so you know exactly what the fuck you're doing, Dr. G. You know that you're poking a bear. You know that you're agitating. You know that you're dragging around some shit. You know that you're not addressing the issue, or else it would be addressed and we would have been over it by now. But you cannot control another person's household, Dr. G. And all this heavenly, bang, 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 bang. Shut the fuck up. Man, for real, for real. Why are these men sitting around attacking Dr. Heavenly? They don't have nothing to do with the shit unless you're a Mitch. And if you notice, the men that are entertaining Dr. G have all had issues with Dr. Heavenly. So this is very Mitch style, because they're acting like Contessa actually. They're making an alliance with the newest person that has some shit with Dr. Heavenly, with some people that have old shit with Dr. Heavenly that was supposed to be resolved shit because they moved on and everybody's kikiing for years now. But because, I might know what you went through with her, but had even those men shut the fuck up and stayed out of women's business, they wouldn't have had to get a word from Dr. Heavenly, who don't even like addressing men. And the only reason you got addressed is because you came over here with your testosterone. I did not like that scene of those men sitting around on those ATVs talking about Dr. Heavenly. And then I did not like those two Mitch bald men sitting on the porch of Zachary, Dr. Damon's son, snickering, looking at each other like, oh, we have a secret because we've been talking about your wife. They was really looking at each other because they were like, oh, we can be some messy bitches too. We got balls, but we can be, I did not like it. They have never done that to anybody else on that show. And there are some people that have done some stuff that's equal to what Dr. Heavenly has done, at least, because she has not done anything that's far worse than anybody else on the show. For real, for real. Your mamas are nothing. Any grown person in America that has their whole entire panties or drawers in a bunch due to the comment your mama, you might need to reflect. You might need to reflect. Everybody knows it's a Joan. Everybody knows it's a burn. Everybody knows it's part of the dozen. Everybody knows it's just to like agitate the other person and nobody really means it. And everybody knows that between a mama and a kid, when you talk about my kid, that outranks talking about your mama dead or alive. Everybody knows. Everybody. All this fake outrage for shit that's normal for the truth is just bizarre. It's so freaking bizarre to me, the get back. For her to bring up the situation last year because she overpromised and didn't deliver shit. Wrote the check. Oh, this is how I made my living. This is how I made tuition. I used to fill out people's invitations in college. $100,000. Oh, I got that. I'll write that. Oh, $100,000. And everybody's still jockeying for her. You don't see it? It's all smoke and mirrors. But what's real is Dr. Heavenly. What's it say? Contessa is talking about her marriage and bringing up old issues because she has no storyline. The cast member, she's barely in this episode. I know, right? What's that girl's name? Aliana? What's her name? Alina? Anila. Yeah, that's her name. Had more of a presence in this, compared to Contessa. Yep, sure did. Because she was standing there lying on Dr. Heavenly. You know what? Streets talk. Why is Phaedra helping Sweet Tea? Exactly. Why is Phaedra, who was up the crack of Dr. Heavenly last season, in my opinion, after she removed herself from the crack of Quad to get on the show, she saw that Quad wasn't a safe place to abide. So then her and Dr. Heavenly was friends. Remember? And now this season, you come back with this alliance, and now all three of you are against Dr. Heavenly for what? What did Dr. Heavenly do to Phaedra before the season for Phaedra to pick up an alliance with Contessa and Sweet Tea in particular? I feel like she likes being over them. She's a big star, and they're like, oh my God, it's Phaedra. So maybe she likes that, because I already explained how she likes being front and center. So in that group of an alliance, Phaedra is definitely in the center. Quinceañera dress or not. Yep. She did 2 individual screens. That's the only person shooting with her too. For real. Okay, what does this one say? Nini's podcast. Yeah, I probably will. Yes, a Dubai date book in the season finale reunion of Real Housewives of Atlanta. The season that Phaedra's lie was exposed, when her and Kenya were going back and forth, when Kenya says freak ho, right then, when Kenya says freak ho, Phaedra says, but at least I'm not in the Dubai date book. But they were going back and forth so much, it like you hardly heard it. Let's see. I love you, Lisa. I wonder if Bravo is going to match the difference. The only thing they need from Phaedra is for her to pay that. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't think Bravo matched the difference when Nene and Kenya, remember they did that charity thing and it was $5,000 involved and something. And then they even were talking about it on Watch What Happens Live, who paid and who didn't pay the charity. Remember, Bravo didn't pick up that bill and it was only $5,000. I'm sorry, I do not remember that time when Dr. Heavenly and Contessa got into it, and Dr. Simone House and Dr. Damon told Heavenly, let's leave. Only the difference is Scott is loud with heels and then with his than Dr. Damon. Okay, well, that's a valid perception. That's a valid perception. I do not feel like that was, I don't feel like he disrespected her. He still got out to the car and opened her door. I kind of feel like Scott would just go out to the car and get in the car if he was mad. I feel like that's the kind of dude Scott is. But they got out to the truck, and even though Dr. Damon was like, come on, let's go, he got out to the car, he opened the door for his girl, and then they rode home and talked about it. He's even said, you guys didn't see his page 6 interview? Him and Dr. Heavenly did a page 6 interview recently. And he talked about, like, he's never, the way she's saying her marriage isn't for sale. They are a unit, guys. They are tight. They are locked in. Okay? They are locked in, as my son says. That's a very good thing, by the way, if you're locked in. They are locked in. They are a united front. They are in unison. They are equally yoked. They know what they're both willing to put out there. He's making it clear. I'm never gonna disrespect her on camera. I'm always gonna have her back, period. Okay? And anybody who doesn't know, that's the kind of husband that you want. You don't want a husband that's going to come, and when the whole world is against you, he's going to be like, oh, I'm against you too, right in that moment. You want somebody who, when you guys are away from all that madness, is going to be like, when it's a moment that's right, not in the moment of pile on, he's going to be like, you know what, baby, I love you. And yeah, that was a lot, but I think you could have done better right then. And they would have a talk about it, a loving talk. There's no reason. I feel like so many people out here need a freaking cyber hug or a real hug or something. I can't imagine what people have gone through in their life, that their desire is for Heavenly to get assaulted. Their desire is for Heavenly to get like yelled at or talked down to or like checked in a mean way by her man, or like put in a place of less than, or to, be denigrated or disrespected, or, I just don't understand like what a person who desires that for another person has gone through. Like, to me, it's like, oh, you need a hug. That says a lot about a person who desires that for another person. At least in my opinion. Because what I desire for everyone is that they have peace of mind, is that they have an abundant life, is that they have optimal health, is that they have love beyond their wildest dreams, unconditional love, the kind that Heavenly gets from Dr. Damon, where nobody knows if she gets checked or not, because that's how much love he has for her, is that that's just between them. And he's going to protect her from you getting the pleasure of seeing her get fucking checked. So there. I want everybody to have that kind of love. I want everybody to experience the kind of love that if you get the opportunity for fame, that you don't want anything to come in between it, and that you set out with an intention from the jump street that there's a line you won't cross, and it's your marriage line. You should want that. And if you don't want it, then that's perfect. But still, that's what I would want for people. So that's why I question, why would this Black woman, Phaedra, get in a confessional and suggest that another Black woman gets beat up? And then that's why I'm starting to think, was it a setup? Did the alliance say something about like, oh, I'm going to whoop her ass, or I want to whoop her ass or something? Because in the scene at the dinner, for Phaedra to say that the way she did, and in the scene at dinner, I had pointed out to you guys last time, when Phaedra and Dr. Heavenly are first getting out into it. And Dr. Heavenly is like, you don't even really like that girl. And then she's like, get your finger out my face. And Dr. Heavenly gets up to leave from the vicinity of Contessa. And Phaedra's fake ass come over and stops Dr. Heavenly from leaving the vicinity long enough for Contessa to get up and get closer to Dr. Heavenly. And that's when Dr. Jackie came and was holding Contessa. And that's when Dr. Heavenly finally got away. But why did Phaedra go over there and try to stop Heavenly from leaving that aggressive situation? Look at it. She literally holds her arm. She literally is like stopping her. She steps back. She stepped back. She stepped that way. She steps that way. Why did Phaedra do that? And then to follow it up in a confessional talking about, oh yeah, you deserve to have your butt whipped. Like, so was the butt whipping already on the menu? I don't know. Is that why you hang out with riffraff? Is because they'll do riffraff work? I don't know. I mean, I feel like Phaedra's putting a lot of keys in people's backs too. Actually, Dr. Damon was calm talking to Dr. Heavenly. Yup. Symmetry. What's good? No, it's a whole different. I don't think it's that, Curves. I think that the problem is when Dr. Heavenly came after his job. Well, then, like Dr. Heavenly said, the reason she went after Own Boy's job was because Sweet and Sour was saying stuff about her job. And she was like, well, your job isn't nothing. I'm going to go after your husband's profession, which happens to be my profession that you're coming against, because that's what she decided to do. And don't you guys usually say that you can't tell somebody the degree for what they can respond with? Isn't that usually the thing? So like on all the housewife franchises ever, somebody will do something to one person and then the get back for that is like 80,000 times worse. I've never agreed with it. That's why this episode is called The Get Back, because I never really agreed with that. But I have noticed it before. So tit for tat? I don't know. I would love to know, just a quick survey. Do any of the people who think Dr. Heavenly was wrong think Ken was right for showing the peen picture? Do you think that Ken had a right to show the peen picture, alleged revenge porn situation? Do you think she's right for that? And you can still sit here if you are the same person that also thinks Dr. Heavenly is some kind of wrong person. I just want to know. I'm doing a survey because so far I have noticed that a lot of Ken sympathizers are Heavenly haters. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I think after the season, Damon and Greg had a falling out. Dr. Greg is messy and Damon don't have no energy to waste, right? He's like, he just wants to do what's right. So he apologized again. And you see how Dr. G nor his wife have apologized to the Kinds at all. They feel like they are due all the apologies, even though the dirt was thrown by Sweet Tea also. So it's very interesting. Even though G has said some stuff about Heavenly too. Like, why are you sitting here talking about women? Like, that's weird. He was such a Mitch. And the voice is so high, I just couldn't. I don't know. I don't want somebody's voice who's higher than mine. I don't know. I do think that it's about the tweet. Oh, cocktails. But Dr. Heavenly has stated that she and Dr. Damon have repeatedly, they have repeatedly apologized and made it clear that, made it very clear. Here, let's go here. I'm going to show you some of what she said today, Dr. Heavenly, who will be in the house tomorrow from 3 p.m. Pacific, at 1 p.m. 3 p.m. Pacific. Sorry. January 15th, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Be here or be square. Make sure you have your bell rung because the link that's up might not be the link we use. I don't know. So make sure if the bell is rung, then you'll be able to get notified, or just pop in around 3 and we'll be here taking questions. Okay, where am I? Oh shit, this is the wrong one. Oh, sorry, you guys. I could just go here. No, this is the right one because I don't want any commercials to play. So this is the right one. Dr. Heavenly was live today. So we're going to look at what she had to say. And then after she went live today, you know what happened? So did Sweet Tea. So we're going to finish up and see what she had to say. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Here we gonna go, go, go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Smash the like button. I don't like how Gregory tried to shade Quad's cooking. Yeah. He's just so, that's what I'm saying. Like all this aggressiveness towards women, G, you need to go to a different psychiatrist because your self-diagnoses are not the spirit, sir. You have misdiagnosed the self-diagnoses. Let's see. Going to increase the speed.
Because we want to give back to the community. We know we give a lot of shade, we give a lot of activity, we give arguments, but Married to Medicine is a entertainment show. But Jackie and the ladies thought that we
Playback. Oh. Yeah.
to the community every year on our show. That's why we do the medical mission.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Fair use is permitted. We are doing research on how not to be. No, we're just doing research and commenting. I don't have to before, but yeah, fair use.
That's why Jackie, Simone, and all the doctors decided to do the Med Gala. The Med Gala had nothing to do with Jackie or whatever because we had been doing it. That's what I want to say about that. So we're doing the Med Gala. Don't ask me why, but Jackie decided to ask Phaedra to be the co-chair. I'm gonna give Phaedra some grace. Now, Phaedra do come off that she know a lot of people. I'm not sure she does. As far as in the medical community, though, that's my thought. The medical community, I went to a HBCU, Mahara Medical College, so Atlanta is the mecca of Black professionals, right? Black doctors, physicians, dentists, attorneys, whatever. But what Phaedra know more physicians than we do. Mind you, Dr. Damon does interventional pain, so he knows a lot of attorneys. So is Phaedra more connected? I don't know. I'm just saying, collectively, I don't think so. Collectively, I don't think so. I do think that Phaedra know a lot of people, but a lot of people, think what they think about Phaedra. I'm not saying anything bad about it, right? So anyway, I'm gonna give Phaedra some grace. The bitch is busy. She got jobs, okay? She's a funeral director. This is what I know. I don't know, I'm saying every day, but she's a funeral director. I don't think she does that often because basically when we were filming, she might have had 1 or 2 bodies, or maybe that was why we were filming. I do not think she does that, a lot of that. She's an attorney. I don't think she does a lot of that. I see her do pro bono stuff. I see her do 1 or 2, whatever. I don't think that's her job. I mean, she is an attorney. Give her respect, Dr. Judas Prudence. You got to give it to her. She's an attorney. Okay, that's for Patreon. I'm going to lay into Patreon and all of that on Patreon.
I got Patreon for my members only later.
Bitches. She said, I'm not about to let these bitches make me look bad. And this is where the interesting thing comes in. Because was it that serious? Not to me, everybody got their insecurities. Everybody got their triggers. I think for Phaedra, she read into this a whole lot deeper than what it was. Because I didn't understand why she was so angry that we said she wasn't doing what she was doing. This is a TV show. Meaning you doing the Met Gala. You agreed to do it. But why not do it? And then if you ain't doing it, why say Jackie told everybody else when clearly she told you because y'all had a meeting? The problem with Phaedra, I don't think she be remembering the scenes when she gets to telling her story.
Because she lies.
The lady said she had 73 text messages. I don't know. Jackie said she called her as well. Phaedra's the type, yeah, girl, I got it, right? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to tell you that. I think that Phaedra just be tired. I really do. I think that she do a lot. She have a lot on her plate, and she agrees to do stuff. that she knows she can't do. I don't know. I can't see that, baby. I miss the homely looking Southern Belle First Lady from Athens. The interesting thing about that, and the reason I talk about Phaedra because y'all be asking me, I think that once you become married and you get a divorce and you get a certain age, I think that Southern Baptist whatever disappeared. And I've seen it over and over again. When people get divorced, they start trying to look better. They try to start dressing better. They're more provocative in the way they dress. Because I really think that Contessa used to be more conservative. Not that she get a divorce, I'm just saying. Contessa used to be conservative in her dress. That tells a lot. So when you go through a divorce and that kind of stuff, this is my opinion, and being a relationship expert, people come out and they renew themselves. They start trying to look their best. They get work done, whether they want to admit it or not. I've admitted to my work. They get work done on their body, their face, or whatever, and they try to look better because they want to be recognized or they want attention. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's what it is. Phaedra used to be a Southern Belle. Now she's not. She's a beautiful woman, but dress is more like whatever you want to call it. We get to the my lake house, right? And I heard Phaedra, I heard that she said little lake house, but that's a little house I brought for my son. That house wasn't that much money. I think we paid $435 for it. We put 20% down like I always do, and then we fixed it up. But if you go on Zillow, we go too far. We go too far. What I said was too fucking far. When I said it, and I apologize again and again for saying it. I'll say y'all again. When I said what I said, this was she had been fucking with me on social media. She tried to, down my businesses, my practice. She said I wasn't respected in the community. All this kind of shit she's putting out there on Twitter. These are facts. Y'all can look for them. I know y'all. So when she does all this, I wake up in the morning, can't even see, typing, and I shouldn't have done it. I know better. I'm too old. I shouldn't have done it. Immediately from my mindset, I'm going to say it again and again, I go in for her husband because she ain't got shit to lose. You're going to say something bad about my practice. I'm going to go in on your man because we know too much. So anyway, I was wrong. I apologize again and again and again. But my point is I'm comparing myself to Phaedra because Phaedra, you went kind of low with the thing because we've been doing the Med Gala before any of that situation with Dr. Jackie. We really have. And she wasn't doing, Jackie has been giving back to the community since the inception of marriage medicine, but you don't know that because you don't care enough to look at it and you weren't invested in these girls. I get it. So I say all that to say, Damon has apologized. I've apologized. Greg's still holding on to it. We're doing the Med Gala. Phaedra thinks she's better than us, and I don't see how. I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back. Phaedra do have a lot of jobs. I'm going to say this, and this is y'all bloggers get this part. When you do outside jobs, for example, I'm just throwing out there traders or something like that, right? Because the people call, about traders don't pay. Traders don't pay. You get a per diem on traders, like, you know what I'm saying? A couple $100, whatever. But a day. If you win, you get $250,000. Did she win? I don't know. I know she did well on it, and she did get an Emmy, give her flowers. But it was such a befitting role because if you got to lie and do all of that and pretend somebody who's not, that's Phaedra's job. That's who she is. So of course she's going to excel in that. My whole thing is all these extra jobs. Married to Medicine play well. Real Housewives of Atlanta probably pay better. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't getting all in her money, but for her to think that she's more established than we are, to me that's another misconception. And I'm always humble with mine. I really am, and I thank God for everything I got. But Phaedra, and this is a reason, and people keep saying we switched up on her. No, we didn't. I'm gonna say on Patreon so much more, but Phaedra was a complete asshole about this damn Med Gala. And I'm going to everything she did, all the shit she tried to start, all the stuff that they don't even have time to play. So that's why I did what I did at the Med Gala, because Jackie Phaedra, but you never know what they're gonna show. They might back up and show some of it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a complete mess, a complete fool with the Med Gala, and I was sick of her damn ass because I don't know, maybe she was tired, maybe she just had an attitude, maybe she just thought that. I don't know what she thought, but she had an attitude about the whole Med Gala. And I wasn't going to take over the whole damn thing because y'all told the people y'all was giving them $100,000, Jack Phaedra. I'm not letting you back out of this because I didn't say $1,000. We started at $25,000, right? And that was a doable goal in my business. I will say again and again, I try to underpromise and always go over the expectations. So if we would have kept it at $25,000, which each one of the girls, some were just going to say that. And I'll talk to you about Toya and Patreon because Toya was dead ass wrong, but they didn't even have time shit last year when she didn't want the money. She didn't want to give no money. I don't know why she won't give back to the community when she buys $32,000 first, but that's another story for another day. So anyway, we get to the Med Gala. Dr. Heavenly does what she does. Phaedra mad because I called her out on her bullshit. I think she said I was hell from First Baptist and me and Jackie Hank. No, bitch, we just seeing your shit that's all and we call you out on it. The great thing about this show is that we've been in this show for 10, 11 years, so they understand each one of our personalities. The 5-5, we know each other, right? The problem with Phaedra, and I'm going to be very clear, Phaedra's no boss in this group. I don't know what she is in Housewives, but bitch, you not no boss over here. You cannot be the leader of and that's what she wanted. And when she realized she cannot outbounce us, she cannot outthink us, she's not more connected, she does not have more money than most of us, contrary to what she thinks. You know what I mean? I don't know what the bitch got, because I don't know what she do. But based on the stuff that I know, she don't. No. Okay, so I can't know what Phaedra Parks is. She cannot be a boss in this group, and she does not want to play with us anymore because she cannot be a leader. Now, she did try. She tried to be cool with everybody. She did. But my whole thing is, anytime we see the bakery or phone ring, we gonna call her. Contessa, moving on stage. Contessa's still on that move. She coming to the damn Met Gala talking about her man can't show up. Go ahead and say, whatever, bitch. You said much worse about my man. The difference in Contessa and what she said about my man and what I said about hers, I was speaking the truth. And that's probably why he don't want to show up. I'm just saying. Everything she said about Damon was lies. We sleep and slept in grand rooms, whatever. What else did she say? Whatever what she said. Contessa did not dress for the Med Gala. I don't know where she gets these costumes from, what she doing, what she trying to do. Get your job back, bitch. Let me help you. For me, it's tiring to see Contessa continuously try to push forth this notion, this agenda that Heavenly's a bad person and none of y'all should fuck with her and y'all with me. When people around you, Jackie, no, you lying. They were there. I don't know what the audience, what you all, the watchers remember, but everybody here knows what happened before and off camera. They know that me and Contessa were good friends. They know that Contessa switched out on me. They know that Contessa came to my daughter's birthday party. Me and her were cool, and then when the camera started running, she switches up. That's why I say she's a fake bitch. That's why she's probably a friend, because her stuff don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, bitch, you forgive your husband, but you still mad at him. Now I would say I've done some wrong, just like Phaedra has done some wrong, just like Jackie has done some wrong, just like Simone has done some wrong, right? But if you're gonna forgive your man for all the shit he did, don't you think it's time to forget? And the only thing I did was y'all said I went on live, and I'll say the same shit again. And why I repeat myself is the same way Barack Obama repeats himself, because y'all fucking forget. Okay, I was on my live. I was sad for Contessa. Go back and look at it, pull it up if y'all got time. I was defending Contessa, but when the people asked me was a husband, I said no, physically, no. But verbally, we saw it. Anyway, she mad about that. I wish I wouldn't have said it. When I look back at it, it was wrong as a friend to say it. I would say it over and over, wrong. I made a mistake. But I'll tell you, in any relationship, male, woman, man, monkey, squirrel, any relationship you in, you will be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? You will be disappointed. That person's going to disappoint you, because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. I am sorry. I've apologized to Contessa on and off camera. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see how you'll be more mad at me than your man. Anyway, moving on. Contessa want a job back, but I think y'all should give it to her. Full time, Contessa actually doing more work than anybody's on this Brother Tucker. I'm just saying. Damon and Greg talk. Damon is always going to be the bigger man. Damon don't hold no grudges. That's one of the great things I like about him. When we fall out or whatever, Damon don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? And I know I be wrong most of the time. But anyway, Damon don't hold no grudges. That's one of the things I love about Damon. Damon is always going to remain a professional. That's just who he is. That ain't no, you know what I mean, show. Because after 10 years, y'all would know who he is. Now, I will tell you this. Damon is nice 98% of the time. But Damon don't have no middle road. That's what I would say about him. When he get mad as hell. I'm going to rebuke that in the name of Jesus that y'all don't ever see it. But God is good. Now, let's talk about this $4,000. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about everything. I told y'all before why I said 4,000. I think somebody else before they put on 4,000. 4,000 is the amount that Phaedra said. Well, no, Dr. G said that Phaedra asked her for. Do I believe Dr. G? Absolutely, because I heard that story way before Phaedra came on our show. Quad told me while she was married to Dr. G that he told her. He was almost, to me, bragging that he dated Phaedra. He was bragging. You know, Phaedra's a beautiful woman, yes. So he upped his game and say, yeah, I used to date Phaedra. Phaedra said they never dated, but they held hands. They went out. In my mind, he said they dated. She didn't. Again and again, I'm going to say, Phaedra she be teasing them in, if you will. She'll be putting that.
What's good, Couture?
Phaedra be like, nah, you know what I mean? She'll take my money, but she ain't quick to give it up. She not. And they may be good. And the people that dress provocatively like that usually don't be. You know, it be the quiet bitches that don't. You know what I'm saying? That's the ones that be putting out. But at any rate, that was wrong. Okay, it was wrong. Okay. Phaedra got a little attitude that I did. You know what I'm saying? Put her ass out there, but I didn't do it. Y'all have to talk to me. Y'all have to talk to Dr. J. Anyway, so I just put up an option. I'm trying to make money so she don't have to spend a whole lot of money. Okay. And we're trying to get up the money. Okay. So 4,000, she didn't sell. And I'm trying to figure out if we get to the part with it. Oh, yeah, y'all got the man there, so y'all got it. Now, the interesting thing about this, and I'm going to go on into it more on Patreon, evidently Phaedra put this man up as a prop because this man really thought that they charged that man car for real. And from my understanding, because he called everybody, he emailed everybody for his damn money back. Now I don't even know who this man is, some kind of lawyer, whatever. Y'all might know him. I seen him on Instagram doing something. But evidently they've been friends for a while. They dated 28 years ago. And he ain't never got it. She went out with her, like I said, and he never get it. He'll spend his money on her. She thinks that, and Phaedra is beautiful, like, right? But bitch, $4,000 for a few minutes on TV. The man wanted his money back, and rightfully so. And being the professional that Jackie is, she gave it back to him. The man said that Phaedra said just roll with it. This just for TV. Let's just roll with it. And that just shows you how she moves. Let's just do this for TV. So the man thinking, okay, I ain't really paying this $4 grand, right? They ran his car for $4 grand. Evidently, now I don't know this is fact. I'm just telling you what I think. He must not have been able to get back in contact with Phaedra because he called everybody damn it else. How you gonna take the man money, tell him it's rolling with TV, but then when it's time for him to really recoup his money or whatever, he can't reach you because he called everybody else because you have the relationship with her. We don't know this man. We don't know him. So if you got a relationship, look like to me, he would have called you and said, hey, let me get my money back. But he didn't do that. I'm thinking he probably did, but you ain't get back with him. That's what I know. I don't know. But anyway, that just shows you how Phaedra moves. Just do it. You ain't got the picture where she had her arm up, Stephanie, where she was talking to the man and holding her mic up. Do you have that picture? I think we have a picture with that Freddie took. She was holding the mic up, but I don't think Freddie even knew what he was doing. But I'm gonna find that picture. She holding the mic up and she's whispering in his ear like, just roll with this shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't just do this. Anyway, long story short, the man wanted his money back. Phaedra owed $51,000. Y'all go see if y'all get it. But the problem that I have with anything as a professional, this is what I got a problem with, like, right? Y'all wrote this man a check for $100,000 and his check ain't good today. The check ain't good. Now y'all gonna see a whole lot of slipping and slide about this fucking money. I ain't going past the episode. But get that man the cure for moms is $100,000. Okay, today, when y'all say, let's get a man his money. You said 100 grand, we said 25, we would have gave that man 50. People don't be wanting to get doctors, say all the doctors in the world, they get $2,500 all day long. It's harder to get anything more than that out of doctors. Some of them gave $5 grand, I believe. I gave way more than that because I paid for me and Jackie paid for the damn event. You know what I'm saying? It cost over $30,000. And I'm going to get in a Patreon on all the minutia, how that shit went down. And I'm going to lay people flat who need to be laid flat. Y'all watch Patreon because that's where I go in. I'm trying to give Phaedra some grace. But my whole thing, the bullshit don't work over here. It's never going to work over here. We bosses over here too. Now, we might not wear all the makeup. I mean, to me, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Have y'all ever seen this bitch without makeup? I ain't saying she look bad, but I'm just saying, you know, but we all look okay. I don't got no makeup on today. We all look fine. Somebody asked me, would somebody pay $4,000 for you? First of all, yes, they would. Dr. Damon Kines would pay that and more. And he has paid more than that. All day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And if I was divorced, maybe I would wear 5 kicks of makeup and shit and put a blonde hair on and dress with my ass out and get my ass done over again to be around and get some work done and then lie and say I ain't get it done. I ain't talking about no bad. But my thing is, game recognized game. We gonna call Phaedra out on all her bullshit at the time. Contessa, get a life. Get a life. Over that bullshit. You said negative things about me and my family. I said negative things about you and your family. What is it? What? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Did I do worse than Contessa saying your mama when I say your mama all the time? This is childish, you're stupid, whatever. I'm too old for y'all to say that. But you know I didn't mean your mama. Now when I say sweet mama, I meant her mama because her mama approached me. And I'm gonna say a little bit when Robbie's mama Miss Lucy, I meant her mama because her mama happy and all that. But anyway, Contessa knew I didn't mean her mama. For real. And she's going over and over again trying to get everybody to see. You see what you did? You see what Heavenly doing? You see what? And they ain't crying because they know you lying. They know that they saw your relationship. They saw everything the downfall. They know Heavenly was a real friend to you. They saw it. So Contessa, your plight ain't working. Phaedra, your plight ain't working. And Sweet Tea, we don't give a fuck about your plight because ain't nobody thinking about your ass. Anyway, I'm just saying. Next episode, I don't know if I did this or whatever. Next episode, Damon and Greg make up, and I thought that was beautiful. They was hugging over to the thing, whatever. Stay out the women bullshit. Yes, the women bring you in, but let's not stay there. After everything they done did to Dr. Damon, lied on him, blah, 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 he keep going. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck ever. Because I think defamation is defamation, and I've recanted everything I said. I've apologized for everything I said. I was wrong, but bitch, you was wrong too. And bitch, you was wrong too. And bitch, you said some shit you shouldn't have said. And how you said some shit you shouldn't have said. So don't make Heavenly out to be the person that's so bad. Because she do a little better than y'all. But anyway, I'm sorry. And I mean it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said the shit I said. I'm sorry. But moving on, the next episode is speed dating. Now I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back. How much can I say this and I can actually go in a little bit more picture? But Patreon really ain't no real free spirit thing. I just say more because y'all paid y'all $5 for $10, whatever it is. But y'all be pulling shit from that and it going viral anyway, so that's the place to go because that's where I go get it. Speed dating. The people say, Heavenly, why would you come to Tweet Tiki event if it ain't your event? First of all, I ain't going to past the episode, but I wasn't.
Okay, and on that note, I guess I will share a little bit of what I have for you guys from the Patreon today, because she did go in. I don't know. Maybe if I get some more likes, I'll do it. I don't know. If I get some more likes, I might do it. Thanks for hanging out tonight on LRGA Curves. Make sure you smash the buttons. And yeah, if you guys want a little bit of the Patreon, she went in. Where is it? Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys want some? I know Bianca. Bianca, were you in there today? I think I saw you in there today. So I don't need to replay it for you. I should save it for my members. I'll save it for my members. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. But the Patreon is, oh my gosh. Now last week we messed around and I played a lot of yeah. Oh my gosh. She said some stuff like, "Oh, do you no, I'm not gonna. No, nobody's participating. Let me see. Did I get a comment? No, didn't get a comment about it. Actually, you know what? I've been on here with you guys for an hour and a half. I was in there today, but I was working, so I missed some. I'll go back and watch it all the way through. Right? Yeah, yeah. Because I'm like looking at the time. I'm like, it's 8:30. Dang! Thanks for coming out and playing. I did. I think I covered pretty much everything. Oh no. Okay. I guess I'll leave you with this because Sweet Tea went live today also. Let's see what that says. Is it gonna see? Did you guys see Sweet Tea's live? I don't know. I don't know. It's like, to me, since I know Dr. Heavenly is a truth teller and she's been a truth teller for years, and I'm just like, I don't really. It takes what she says as the gospel. Here it is. See if this will come open. And we'll watch a little bit of this because this is some rebuttals to what Dr. Heavenly went live at 11 this morning. And so that was 11 hours ago. And and Sweet and Sour, Sweet Tea, went live 7 hours ago. So this is kind of in response, I believe, to what Dr. Heavenly said is kind of where I went with it. So let's see. Minimize that. Thanks for coming through. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell if you haven't already so you can get notified. Copyright Act, fair use.
I'm testing this thing out, y'all, because I don't ever get on live.
I mean, you don't ever get on live anymore. Let me see this. Let's do the settings.
I'm gonna get on live with it. I'm just testing this thing out. Hey, Kay. Hey, everybody. I see everybody's coming in. I never get on live on here, so I decided to just pop up. Pop up. Hey, y'all. Let me see. I stopped by Gregory's office earlier today, and then I decided to come on home, baby. Come on back home. So you gotta pop in and working, doing right. Make sure everybody on their stuff. I'm pretty much Gregory's heavy in the office. Good afternoon, you guys. Everybody, yes. Come on, hit that like button on the way here. That's right. Thank you, Miss Brittany. Hey. What's going on, y'all? I hope you guys are enjoying my video. Please go and like this video for one. And then go like my last video, being Gregory making soup with this kind of soup. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's one of my favorite soups. My favorite. She's been here for years. Young girl, please go out and support my girl. And she also had her birthday, so she's doing like a fashion show party for her 30th birthday. She's doing.
Let me see where she goes.
And I was like, if we were a part of the team, why weren't we at the table? Why didn't we get a seat at the table? Why weren't we able to actually be a part of the conversation and actually help plans? It was really, if it's about us coming together and bringing people together, why weren't we a part of that conversation? Because don't come at me and say you've only sat down and had that one conversation. It was done to plan a whole Med Gala. No way. They had been known about that for a while. And so when I got a text message from Jackie, I was like, I did the whole scene about it. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not good enough to be a part of the conversation about my money is. And that's what was messed up. So I just felt like that was tacky. It was very tacky. And so I went to the Megan Stallion concert. So Jackie, she had to give me a call. And I couldn't, I was at the concert, so I couldn't talk to her. I texted her, so I called her. And so she was just saying, like, you know, you can either donate the 10 tickets or either pay the $2,500 there, or you can sell 10 tickets, which will equal out to $2,500. And I actually sold the tickets within a couple of days. And so, you know, calling my girlfriends, they all came to support. But it was messed up, you know, and, you know, me and Confessor Fella, we were just really being gaslit. It's like everybody makes up excuses for other people's behaviors, and especially if they want to throw the whole doctor ranch in there and throw education in it and all that. You guys are making excuses for the wrong people. It's really the truth. Yeah, no, Caramel Dream. Yeah, Toya did speak up. You know, Toya spoke. She did speak up in that moment, which I'm glad she did. But it was just kind of messed up. Like, how all of a sudden you gonna call and ask me for money? And then, like, mind you, we ain't even spoke. None of that. Ain't nobody reached out to me about my journey and things that I got going on or whatever. But I'm good enough for you to ask me for $2,500. So I don't know why Jackie think that she don't even watch Fashion Live and talk shit about somebody else. I don't know why. But if your intentions were true and that you really cared, I would feel like one, you would have maybe reached out by now and said, hey, but don't reach me out. I'll ask me for money. That's what you don't do. Well, that's just not my problem. I'm sorry. That's just not my problem. Mariah said the Met Gala was an idea she had from inception. Yeah, and I did hear about that. Someone else told me about that. I think it was 20. And it was the entire group to come together, plan a fundraiser to help the community. I think that was a great idea. I mean, we could have all been a part of that. But again, like,
sorry.
And got a white woman up there or something like that. We would have really seen who would have jumped, who would have got excited. Who would have got excited? We would see who would have got excited. Because girl, we know why you wear the blonde hair for real. We know what you really like. We know what he likes, so we know what you got to do in order for him to like you. She was live today talking about everybody that checked in clear. The man who paid $4,000 to Phaedra. Oh, everybody for his money back. Jackie gave him his money back. There is some truth to that, and it wasn't really about Phaedra. It's just that, you know, they were pressuring him, and he was like, you know, like, hey, I'll come up there, but yeah, that's true. He did ask for his money back. He did. It really wasn't about like the whole Phaedra thing. It was just more so that they were really pressuring him, like, and it didn't maybe it didn't look like that on the show, but
hey, Candy Love.
So I thought he did that. He didn't like that. Was it really a lot of doctors there because some of the extras looked like a little sketchy? No, there were a lot of doctors there, a lot of some friends and stuff like that, and then like some people that just came from like South Carolina, just random people just came. It was just random folks. That's the difference. I mean, I have a career I've done. So you can't just, you know, you can't just run me and think I'm a fall in line. I'm just not gonna do that. Check, did you answer that already? Steady movement. He didn't donate $100,000. I don't know. I think that he was donating a couple of thousand or something like that. They were pressuring to do, and then he did ask for his money back. That was the truth. I have an idea. Why don't you tell everything they said about her and show proof? Child, who asked me that? Lauren Tab. She said, I have an idea. Why don't you tell the guys everything they said about her in the show proof? Because, like, I think she already know what it is. Like, you know, at this point, honestly, I feel bad for her because they strong on her. They pretty much got her in check. Like, she don't be in line. Emily got her in check because Emily doesn't talk dog shit about her, and she ain't going nowhere. She know what it is. It's just that, you know, some people got to keep their checks, and it's what it is. It just is what it is. Some people gonna fall in line for their money, and I can't blame them. But, you know, we are not the same. I don't have to do that. That's the difference. I have a career. I have a job.
Squeeze me. But doesn't having a job mean that you literally fall in line when they say fall in line? Delusional.
So you can't just, you know, you can't just run me and think I'm a fall in line. I'm just not gonna do that.
That's what workers do. That's what employees do, ma'am. At jobs.
Did we have dinner at the gala? We had drinks. We had a drink ticket for $250. We had a drink ticket and we had some hors d'oeuvres. And I didn't outside of that crew. It's a quick week, child. It's a quick week. Can you guys hear me? I think some of y'all are just now getting in and asking me if I'm, you know, gonna have a baby. Of course I'm gonna have a baby. Besides you, Jamie, that's me and Chloe. Do the best recaps. Oh, thank you, Caramel Dream. Thank you. And I don't want to always do the recaps. Like, I don't want to just focus on that all the time. Because, of course, I already see in a reunion, they'll be like, oh, you're doing recaps, but there's a difference. I'm telling my story and really just defending and putting more context to the situation and telling the truth, not add more sauce to it just for you guys. Like, I just really like to just tell the truth and really just defend myself and defend my family. And that's the whole point of it all. And also just bring awareness. That's why I don't always want to review the show. I just, it's been good to just kind of get people in the room to, just get them in to subscribe.
Just a second.
Listen, I don't know. Production wants to do what they want to do. Good. And it doesn't help that old girl lied about certain things that happened in the last reunion. Yes, I would. Just hit me up on my Instagram. I actually do sometimes go on my little folder and my little message request. I do read them. Or you can actually, let's see. Yeah, just hit me up on this because I'll get somebody, one of my girlfriends, she get them on my Instagram.
Exactly, Candy.
I have not seen. Someone asked me, what is the reaction to sneak peek of Dr. Simone acting like Phaedra? I know everyone isn't your friend there, but do you enjoy the kiki here and there? Yeah, like I love the kiki. I didn't get to see it yet. I didn't get to see Simone mocking Phaedra. I didn't get to see that yet. You really need to find more to have your family on the show because I think that will really help you and also keep reiterating that your family has government clearance and they don't want to mess it up. No, I mean, listen, I don't know. Production wants to do what they want to do. And it doesn't help that old girl lied about certain things that happened at the last reunion. And that wasn't the truth. And then she want to keep bringing up my mama. I'm going to have to go up to the dental office. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my medical records because you over there looking stupid, talking crap about a former patient of yours. And then that's why I stopped going to your dumb ass because you weren't professional. You were not professional. You was nasty. So keep talking shit before I come up there and pick up my medical records and you're going to be looking dumb. And I'm going to give my real review. I may have just gave it. A hot ass mess, and then talking about down your business. Girl, you down your own business. Just every time you open your mouth, you down your business.
So you guys realize that this was taped today, and you realize that on the show, Dr. G is whining last year about Dr. Heavenly coming for his business, and you realize that Dr. Heavenly told that fool last year and her, and told this fool right here, this one right here, Sweet and Sour, that the reason she came after his business was because she doesn't feel like your government job is worth coming after. So I'm going to go after your man's business. If you keep fucking with my business's reputation. And you see how she's doing it again? So now when Dr. Heavenly goes in on Dr. G's whining ass again, because it's funner to play with somebody with something to lose. When she goes in on his ass again, because she already told her that's what's about to happen. That's the get back. The get back for you talking about my business that I've built for 30 years is that I'm going to talk about your husband's business. And right now today on January 14th, 25, she is disparaging Dr. Heavenly's business again. It's a whole new year. It's supposed to be a whole new world. And she's already getting it started again. I don't know if she's mad at Dr. G because he's going to get annihilated. And Dr. Damon already knows that that's going to be the get back. Well, I don't know if she'll do it again. But it's just interesting that she's demanding sincere apologies, yet she keeps doing things to get a reaction. And then she gets a reaction and wants a sincere apology. Like she didn't just spend her time on her own live talking a gang of shit that Dr. Heavenly ignores for the most part until you bring in her business. She could have said a whole lot of everything in this whole thing right here. Did you just hear her say that about her business again? I'm going to give my real review and then you're going to be looking stupid and then every time you open your mouth, you mess up your business and then what? That's a lot of energy, ma'am. Shouldn't you have a dick in your pussy so you can make that baby? You're not doing it right. You're not going to get pregnant if you're not having sex. And you're not having sex if your mind and holes are full of Dr. Heavenly's thoughts. You can't let this woman clear you enough to just go upstairs and blow Dr. G right now and go make a baby? Really? But when you get your payback, then you're going to be whining again next season? Oh, I hope you don't come back next season. I really hope you don't come back next season. Oh, she's too much.
Every time. I didn't do that. You did that. No. Okay. That no one has ever lived in before these days. Right. Like, where do y'all live? Did you build your home up from the ground up? Where do y'all live? Yeah. But you know, I find it really amazing that people really care about where I, like are so concerned about where I'm living. Because I know it's not the person that would ever reach me. And I don't care. I don't just know that it's wrong. So I pick up the slack. I'm the second pair of eyes. I'm the sex kitten. I'm the personal assistant. I'm the travel agent. I'm the everything. Okay? I'm everything. Everything. And so it's a lot of sacrifices that we make, even whenever, just raising kids. Right before I moved here, when I worked for the intelligence community, I used to work with this lady. She was a scientist. And her doctor was a Cardi. I was like, girl, I'll just be existing. She's like, whatever you're doing, you're making it work. And I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. It was, can we get sweet and savory his and her aprons, please? Yes. I'm going to get
I think that's it.
What is your honest take on life in Atlanta? I'm getting.
Yeah, that's it for her. That's it for her. She tried. It was like an hour and 15 minutes. I just played us some little clips. You heard her specifically continue this thing with Dr. Heavenly, and then she goes around, but Dr. Heavenly's the mean one. But look, I can't. I just can't, you guys. I can't. But Dr. Heavenly can, and she will be here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6